Shauna, and y'all know, again, it's been a long time since I made a video, but we're back at it, and no need for explanation and all that. I'm doing this video because a couple of weeks ago, I got a question from a friend of mine who watches my videos, reads my blogs, etc., so on and so forth, and she asked me a question, and instead of responding via email, I thought that I would do a video and show her the answer to her question from my perspective. So that's why I'm looking a little crazy around here. We're going to go from there. So the question came from Keturah. Thank you for sending me the question. And she wanted to know what products would be best for contouring her cheeks. She wants to maybe try to contour her cheeks, but she's a little nervous about it, so she wanted some pointers on what would be best to achieve that look. So, again, this is the way that I do it, and, you know, other people do it other ways. This is just the way that I do it, and it has changed, and actually, the way that I'm getting ready to show, I just, started doing this a couple of days ago, so, yeah, let's get into it. As you can see, I've already done my eye a little bit. I haven't finished my eye, but I did my eye a little bit. I guess y'all can see the lighting in here. It's not that good like today. Anywho, so I put my concealer, which I don't use concealer. I use a heavy foundation as a concealer. Any full coverage foundation will do, or if you prefer concealer, you can do that too. I apply it with a brush, and I used some old random brush. I don't know. I think you get this brush from CVS. I don't remember who made them. But Essence of Beauty, I think. Or maybe not. I don't know. Anyway. And then I use just a wedge sponge, and I blend the foundation into my skin to create the highlight. On top of that, I then take the same wedge sponge and I put Ben Nye banana powder in something. It comes with this. You can put it in the top, but I tend to make a mess. So I had this just a plastic top or whatever. And I take the wedge sponge, and it's dirty because I used it, and just apply the powder to the tip, and then place it under my eye. And this is going to serve as the highlight. It's also going to serve as a guide for where I want to place my cheek contour. I know you're probably wondering, okay, I want to know how you contour your cheek. Why are you showing me what you do to your eye? For me, it works because my face is so round, and even when I suck in, it sucks it in here, but I still can't really see. I don't have pronounced cheekbones, so I have to fake it till I make it because my face is so round. So I do this. It serves to highlight, and it serves as a guide, and then I can see right where I will want to apply my blush and my cheek contour. To help it out even more, I even carve out, still taking that same sponge, I can carve out, and I start at where my hairline ends right here, and place powder where I want the contour to end. And again, it's going to look crazy until I blend it out. And you just dab it. You don't have to dab a lot, just where you want the contour to end. And I just have to make sure it lines up. And sometimes it doesn't. I wear glasses, guys. Sometimes I can't see. So, that's that. Once I do that, before I have not applied foundation. I haven't really been wearing foundation this summer because it's been a little hot here in the DC area. I'm trying to get the lighting a little better. Okay. So I'll do like a powder, and I have a new way to put on my powder too. Okay, so I take that's not right. I take a blush brush or an angled blush brush, anything you want to use. I also love this e.l.f. blush brush. It's tapered at the top. I love that because it can get right in there. See how that's where I'm going to place the color. This angled brush does the same. This is the Essence of Beauty travel size brush. I also have this Sonia Kashuk blush brush. They all get right into that little space where I want to apply the powder. Now, for what products I use to contour my cheek, I sometimes use the CoverGirl Queen bronzer in Ebony Bronze, which is the darkest one. And that's what it looks like in the pan, and that's what it swatches to on my finger. It has faint gold shimmer. I don't know. It'll pick it up. You can see it a little bit when I tilt it like that. And it has like a reddish brown tone to it. You can also use like a matte brown shadow depending on how deep you want the contour to be. I have this the Wet n Wild Color Icon palette in I Love Matte, and there's a brown in there that might work. It's going to be a little bit darker and more ruddy, so you have to apply with a lighter hand. It might work well for those with a deeper skin tone. And then I have just some these are Makeup Forever shadows. Here's one, and that's how it swatches. It's like in between these two. That's that. And another Makeup Forever, and that's how it swatches. So any brown shadow, it can be matte, it can have shimmer, whatever you prefer, really. Those are the four. For this, I think I am going to go with the CoverGirl Queen one. And I'm just going to take it, I am going to use the e.l.f. brush, I'm making a mess, and just put it in to the product, obviously. And right in between where you have your highlight and where you marked out where you want the contour to end, you just apply, and I dab it on initially. Just dab it in. And if you happen to apply too much, that is okay because you're doing it before you put on your foundation or your pressed powder. So it'll blend in. Doing the same thing to the other side, and you can see it where it's going to carve out that space on my face where I want my contour to be. You can also take it up into the temple. You might not want to do that. That's a little more, advanced. Like if you're going out and you want to like be snatched all the way up, then you would do like a serious contour, and you can even do the 3. Make the number 3 on your face. So I'm going to heavily contour just so you can see the difference when I put on my powder. And I was hoping to be under 10 minutes per usual, and I don't think I'm going to make it. I'm at 8:25 already. But we'll see. Again, I said I'm applying it heavily, so you can be sure to see where I applied the contour. Okay, so that's that. I then take my powder, and I have been using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in dark. I was using deep dark, but because my skin gets oily, it tends to oxidize and it makes it a little bit more dark than I would like for it to be. So I switched to dark. I could probably even get away with using medium deep, which I also have right here. So, because they're kind of close in color. It's a little lighter, but this is medium deep and this is dark. So I take a velour puff. I just started doing this because it gives me sometimes if I want to look a beat down, but I don't want to wear foundation because it's hot and all that stuff, I apply the powder with this and it still gives me the coverage. So I just take and dab, and I got the puff from Sally's or whatever, and then I press into the skin with this kind of motion. I do have hyperpigmentation in some areas, so this really helps to cover it. And as you can see where I had placed that line, I just put noticed also, but my piercing in my cheek is gone. I still have the dimple. I was born with the dimple right there, but the piercing made the dimple more pronounced. It didn't used to be as pronounced. And I pressed the powder over top of the contour, but you know you can still see it. It's faint now. And over the highlight, which again you can still see, but you see that it's now not looking as crazy. It's blending more into my skin. And again, this is a more full coverage look. You might not want to do this every day. You might want to do this every day. Um, I'm going to do another video to give y'all an update and tell y'all why I might have to be doing this kind of application every day. So, so you can still see faint contour, yes? So, because I want a little bit more pronounced, I'm going to go back in because now I see where I placed it and just put a little more. I'm also going to put a little more highlight. And there you have it. That's how I contour my cheek. If I was putting blush, I would put the blush like right in here. If I was going to highlight, the highlight would go along where I put the highlight under my eye. And there you have it. That's how I happen to contour my cheek. Keturah, I hope this helped. If not, definitely ask me follow-up questions. I'll be back shortly with another video